here. Peace, peace. Shout out to everybody, man. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Dime Game. Welcome to the Dime Game division where we dominate every facet of life, man. Hope everybody having a good morning, man. Y'all follow me on Instagram at C-Boogie Productions, man. I'll follow you back. We're gonna chop it up for a second, man. I actually got a funny story to tell. And this live stream was really inspired by somebody, man. So last night, right? I was doing the Nerve of You podcast, episode 9. You know what I mean? Y'all go check that out. And I was doing the podcast, and I was talking to my engineer, man, young boy. And you know, he's my engineer, but you know, he always listening. You know what I mean? He watched the content, and sometimes he don't even be paying attention because he be lost in the dialogue. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, like you really been helping me out in my personal life, man. You know, like I broke up with my girlfriend, man, after I heard your last episode." I was like, "You scared?" DJ scratched the record. Like, hold on. I'm thinking like, damn, nigga. I hope you ain't take something I said during my live stream, take it way out of context, and then break up with your girl. But I was like, all right, you know what I mean? You grown. You know, he a little younger, man, you know, but still, I'm like, man, you grown. You make your own decisions. But I'm like, yo, hold on. There's a process of steps, nigga, that you should have been taking before you broke up with the girl. Because I'm like this, right? Because this is how I operate on some mirror talk shit. Like, yo, first you got to make sure you ain't the one bugging and you ain't the one tripping before you break up with the girl. Now, if you do a real assessment on yourself and the relationship, you do an assessment on the girl and things ain't adding up, you know what I mean? She treating you like crap, and you know, she not holding you down, and you realize she ain't really digging you like that, then by all means, cut her off. Cut her off, man. But don't take something that I said in the live stream and don't ask me no questions after the podcast, and then you just go break up with your girl without doing the full assessment, because a lot of times, man, we be the ones that be bugging, just on a personal tip. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, we don't want to be honest about certain shit, but sometimes it could be you. You know, I'm not that old, but, you know, I lived a crazy life, man. At 34 years old, man, I realized a lot of my issues, man, it's been my fault, dog. I'm just going to be, what's up, real? I'm dead serious, man. I ain't capping. Particularly as a younger man, you know what I mean? I don't really have a lot of issues like today with stupid shit and like fuckery and stuff like that. But dog, as a younger guy, 97% of that shit was on me. Whether it was directly or indirectly, dog. A lot of that shit was my fault. And I had to come to some realization as I started to mature and grow and elevate. Like, yo, I gotta change my ways too, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit was, at the end of the day, you know, I had a lot of unresolved issues, man. Honestly, I just got to be honest with y'all, man. It's probably me, my honesty hour. Truth be told, I had a lot of unresolved issues, man, within myself or whatever, and I had to go back and fix some of that shit too. You know, I used to be the type of person I expected somebody to, you know, make me happy, and, you know what I mean, shit like that. Or, you know, I expected somebody to do everything I told them to do without being sensible and realistic and shit. I used to be a real diabolical nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had real bad control issues and shit. Yo, this is a true story. So I had to go back to the drawing board, break myself down and build myself back up and really do it the right way, man, because, you know what I mean? I had some good women leave my life, man. You know, I think about that shit all the time. Like, damn, I mean, I fucked this up. You know, not that I lose sleep over that shit, but I do think about it from time to time. Because niggas, be honest, man, if a nigga gonna keep it 100, niggas be suffering from like the ghost of girlfriend past syndrome. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my fucking nose itching. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me, y'all. That nose itching. A lot of niggas be suffering from the ghost of girlfriend past syndrome, man. Because after you had a few good ones walk right out your life and you see the back of their head, you be like, damn, man, you know, I got to kind of change my ways and shit. Because you only gonna meet so many really good people in life in general. You'll be blessed to meet a few. But, you know, honestly, man, that shit ain't even guaranteed. So once I realized that it was me, I just set out on a mission to do the work on myself, man. You know, it's constant work. It never stops. I'm still doing the work. But a lot of times, man, we get to a point within our ego where we're not even sensible no more, man. And that's where I was getting, to be honest, man. I was getting to a point where I wasn't really sensible with my thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I had to recalibrate that shit, man, because, excuse me. You know, I would assume I wasn't fun to be around or shit like that, or, you know, I was becoming a real burden to get along with, or I just had very unrealistic expectations on people and shit. So, you know, like a nigga had to really, really get my shit together and get my mind right. So with the young boy, my young engineer, I'm like, damn, dog, maybe you should have got some side counsel from me before you broke up with the girl. And I'll never tell nobody to be with nobody they don't want to be. Like, hell nah, I don't believe in that shit. Like, I believe in marriage, but I believe in divorce too. Like, I believe in all this shit, man. Like, don't be with nobody where you miserable. I've been there, done that, man. I told myself I'll never do that shit again. And I ain't got to get into all the details and shit like that. But yo, trust me, man. You know, we can be in real miserable situations for way too long. And when you lose yourself, dog, I'm talking about in a negative way. When you lose yourself in a negative way, dog, it's really hard to gather yourself and get momentum back in your life and get that spark of energy back. Kind of like the sun is bright right now. It's really, really hard to get that shit back, dog. So at the end of the day, Jones, this shit is a little bit deeper than just breaking up with somebody because you ain't digging them that day, or they've been getting on your nerves for a week. You know what I mean? It could be you. And that's what I would have told them too. Like, anybody that ever did a consultation with me, they know we gonna get into some mirror talk. It ain't about, you know, other people and all of that. That has its place, but dog, there's no way that you can go through something in life and it ain't at least partially your fault. More than likely, it's all your fault. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to really deal with the cold hard reality. And, you know, it's very easy to blame other people, dog. I get it. It's very easy to put the fault on somebody else's doorstep, but, you know, we got to be sensible too. You know what I mean? As men, and we call ourselves men, we got to know how to reason. And that's what's missing out here. Reason. Y'all write this down. You know what I'm saying? We losing all sense of practicality, man. I've been peeping this shit for a while now. Like, yo, we so far from truth that we ain't practical no more in our thinking. You know what I'm saying? The truth is out here. You know, the truth is all around us. That's what Rummy says. The truth is all around us, man. But we getting far from the truth. So the further you get from the truth, the further you get from reality. Because truth is nothing but the understanding and the knowledge of reality. And if you're not in reality, man, you ain't practical, you ain't sensible no more. And you could be making decisions based off of some temporary feelings that's not even real. Because you have fostered your own reality. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So a lot of people, man, you damn near need a mental eval before you start making long-term decisions. Like for me, right? If I'm having a bad day or I think I'm bugging about something or somebody causing me a slight irritation, I take some time and I make sure I ain't tripping. I take some time to make sure I'm not bugging. So I'll just go in my little cocoon for a few hours and I'll just think about shit. I'll replay things in my mind. You know, every now and then I'll get some outside counsel. But before I even do that, I make sure I ain't bugging. And I'm honest with myself. And if I'm bugging, I'll go fix it. If it's somebody else, I'll bring it to their attention. That's all you can do. But you gotta be sensible, man. Yo, man, and this social media shit, right? One irritation that I have with it is a lot of people don't want to reason with anything no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a man, for real. You know what I'm saying? A man is a warrior. A man is a stone cold killer, but he's also a gentleman. A man is like water, you know. A man can adapt to any situation. A man could protect his family with a sword and change a baby's diaper with delicacy. That's a man, you know what I mean? We so multifaceted as men. So to say as men we can't reason, that's crazy. I'm not saying that you have to, but I'm saying that's what's missing. I ain't telling nobody what to do. You live your life how you see fit, right? But let me tell you something, man. Every dog has his day. I'm gonna keep it simple with y'all. Every dog has his day. You can live your life how you want to, but at the end of the day, you're gonna wake up one day and you so far from truth, and you're gonna look around you, you ain't gonna recognize shit. Everybody around you ain't got your best interests. You know what I'm saying? You created a whole lifestyle based off of your detachment from reality. You know what I'm saying? Based off whatever the fuck you got going on in your mind. And it may not be real. Let me tell you something about feelings and shit and emotions. You know, I would never downplay it, but you got to make sure those feelings and emotions are real. And they come and go, man. You know, they come and go like the wind. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to let a lot of that shit go. You know what I mean? How you feel at that. That's why I like the military, right? Shout out to the veterans and the soldiers and shit. If I didn't get injured, man, I would have still been in the military to this day. I would have been retiring in 3 years. But that's a different story for a different day. But what I'm saying is, in the military, it wasn't no room for your emotions or how you feel and shit like that. Nigga, it was about the mission first, over anything and everything. And that's why I like the Army, man, because we got it popping. It was mission first, how you feel later. That's how it was, nigga. Put that rucksack on and we gonna hump it. Pause. But at the end of the day, some of your feelings and emotions, they may not be real. Could be all in your mind. Like, you ever understand, appreciate that cash app, bro. Like, you ever understand in life, man, a lot of shit that we worry about, it never ever comes to fruition. Appreciate that cash app. You know what I'm saying? It never comes to fruition. We worry about shit that ain't here yet. Those feelings are not real. I just told you truth. Truth is the understanding of reality. Okay, you got to figure out what's reality, what's real. Not what's going on in your mind and how you see things and how you feel based off of your life circumstances. A lot of that shit got to be sorted out. You got to sort that shit out. I'm telling you, man, because if not, you'll be walking around with a bunch of emotions and feelings that ain't real. You judging people, you fucking over relationships, your whole, your behavior, all that shit could be based on something that ain't real. A lot of times with fear, those feelings of fear and anxiety, man, that shit ain't real. You gotta fight through that shit. That shit is not real, man. You gotta understand. It don't be real. What are you scared of? Everything you want, you gotta walk through that fear to go get it. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit. Now, some of it is. Now, if I said that you was on top of a skyscraper with no safety net and you was about to fall off or something, now that's real. Come on. But a lot of this shit in our mind, what people think about us and how somebody gonna treat us and all of this shit, man, that shit ain't real. It haven't even got here yet. It's not reality. Motherfuckers gotta get their dome straight. Motherfuckers will sit up there and come up with a whole synopsis on what a woman gonna do before the girl do it. It's not real. So you'll trick yourself out of your position. Like, oh, you know what I mean? She ain't gonna do this and she ain't gonna act right. She gonna cheat on me. The girl can fuck around and give you a threesome. That's real. The girl can make every goddamn request you want come to life. At the end of the day, you don't know. We haven't got there yet. But you're trying to build something off fear. It's not real, man. Understand what's real and what's not. That's all I'm saying here today, man. And I would have told young boy, I would have told my young engineer, like, bruh, maybe you should sit down with me and just talk to me for a second. I get a feel for your energy before you break up with the girl. Could be you. And I would have gave him an honest assessment, like, yeah. Or I would have told him no. You dig? Straight up. That's my thing. But hey, at the end of the day, man, people gonna do what they want to do, man. All I'm saying is make sure you in a good mental space, man. Yo, we all been through shit in life, right? Some of us is worse than others. But that's the past. Right? So we let our past situations and our feelings about our past dictate decisions we make today. That shit is not real. Whatever happened yesterday is not reality right now. Reality is in the right now. Everything is in the now. Nature is in the now. God is in the now. You motherfuckers be on some yesterday shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Half you niggas be on some yesterday shit. And that's mind-boggling. Y'all hit that like button, man. I'm cooking this morning, man. Y'all see that light hit my beard? Show love, man. At the end of the day, y'all be on some yesterday shit. Like, I wish a nigga would come to me telling me about some shit that happened yesterday and how it's crippling him today. Like, bro, you got to fight through that. We all been through some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. And there's levels to it. And I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But you never let that shit cripple you. It's not real at that point. You got to do an honest assessment. Every time you have these moments of fear, anxiety, you know what I mean, discomfort, you got to do a real assessment on yourself. And you got to train yourself to do it in a split second to tell yourself what's real and what's not. If it's not reality, it ain't real. Stop trying to think for other people. Step one. That shit ain't going to work. Stop trying to think for other people. It's going to cause you chronic pain emotionally. Real talk. Stop trying to think for other people. You don't know what nobody. That's a hard task. You know what I mean? Some behaviors are predictable, but really, you don't know what's in somebody's mind and their motivations behind it and why they do it. Man, that's a big task to think for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Stop that shit, man. You better off asking them a question about why they doing what they doing. And we walk around with these opinions and these assumptions and all of this shit. You know, basically, we already got our minds made up. Let's take it there. Fuck it. As people, we already got our minds made up about life. We did. We got our minds made up about life already. We already know what women gonna do. We already know what men gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We already know what everybody gonna do before they do it. What's the point of living life at that point? What is the beauty of life at that point? If you already know every goddamn thing. At that point, you stuck somewhere, and there's gonna be blockages, man. You're never going to be able to experience life. You can only experience life in the now. You can only experience life when you walk in the truth. Anything else, you just an observer. Life has many different colors to it, bro. And all of them are there for your benefit. That's a fact. Every single color, every hue is there for your benefit. It's beneficial for you and your overall development. You got to experience life as it is. That means the ups, the downs, the pain, the sorrow, the loss, the grief, the joy, the highs, all that shit. All that's life. But if you got your mind made up on this shit already, I feel bad for you. Because nothing gonna make you happy. You know, I'm happy right now. They got my coffee right? Just got a small cup of coffee this morning. I'm sitting here. I got the sun beaming on me. It's a really good morning. I'm happy. Somebody can give me $10,000 right now. It wouldn't make me more happy or more sad. It wouldn't alter my mood because I'm at peace right now. You know what I mean? And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be on my yogi zen shit this morning. I'm being honest. Right now, I'm at peace and I'm very happy, right? Somebody can give me $10,000. It wouldn't make me more happy. I would be appreciative and I would have gratitude, but it wouldn't alter my inside. Pause. You got to pause that. But it wouldn't. It just wouldn't, man. It wouldn't alter anything in me because I've let. When I woke up this morning, I got up about 4 or 5 this morning, and I had to refresh myself. Whatever happened yesterday, I had to wash that shit up off me, dog. And I came into the day with a new mentality. You know, I made sure I did that this morning, so I got a peace over me, right? What happened yesterday ain't real. It's not my reality. My reality this morning is I'm drinking my coffee, I'm speaking, I'm doing my live stream right now. The sun is out. God is, you know what I'm saying? Reality is right now. So basically, I'm just trying to get people to get into a different mindset of being more free and you can't have your mind made up about every fucking thing, man. And this is what social media does to us, man. It really indoctrinates us with bullshit too, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I can listen to content, get off. I got my own mind made up. I don't agree with everything everybody says. It may not have anything to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? My life is specific to my circumstances and my needs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, social media is going to tell you, you know, well, a woman should look like this, and a man should have this and look like that, and you know what I'm saying? People should bring this to the table. Well, you know, there's some truth in that, but at the end of the day, I got a particular set of needs. And that's how I feel. I don't give a fuck who tell me what. I got a particular set, and only I know my needs because I've been through every color of my life, every hue. Can't nobody tell me my specific set of needs. So somebody can lead me and coach me and try to help me get what I want, but it may have nothing to do with my needs. And if a person not getting their needs met, well, you kind of know the rest. You already know what's going to happen. See what I'm saying? So I walk in my own truth. You dig? I try to live in my own truth. What's true for somebody else ain't got nothing to do with me. We're two different people. I can never let a man get online and tell me because he went through this with a woman that I'm going to go through. Nigga, you ain't me. You ain't got my skill set, nigga. You ain't got the patience I got. Bitch, I got the patience of a grandmother when it comes to certain shit. I'm more loyal than your grandmother. I'm realer than your grandfather. So how you going, you ain't got my skill set. So how you going to tell me what happened to you may happen? No, we two different people. We two different people, Jones. And it's that simple, man. So what I'm saying is I take it with a grain of salt. You know, you got to have an open mind, right? Real talk. Real talk. You know, you can get everything you want in life. Then you can get your needs met. But it's something blocking that. And if you ain't got an open mind, you're going to be stuck. You ain't never going to get it. You know what I'm saying? For most of us, we have reached a point of discrimination. Let me speak on that for a second. Let's just be honest, y'all. Y'all hit that like button for me, please. Hold me down. For most of us, we don't have boundaries no more. We don't look at red flags. We passed that. We have reached a point of discrimination. Like, you don't want to hear certain things coming from certain people based on the package. Some of us are in full-blown discrimination mode. And I get it, right? You know what I mean? You've been indoctrinated. You don't listen to the same shit so many times or heard the same message so many times. Your mind ain't open no more. So you ain't never going to experience life. If you can't, if you can't accept truth from whoever giving it to you, information, tangible knowledge, shit that you can use, and it's based on who giving it to you, based on the package it comes in, man, again, you are venturing so far away from reality, man. And this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Gotta walk in your own truth. And that's the problem with relationships these days, man. Too many goddamn lies, man. Yo, man, when I first started YouTube, I was giving niggas straight fire. When I was talking about getting a woman's mask off and all of that shit, dog, a woman, let me tell you something, man, and I don't want to get way too deep this morning, but a woman, right, you'll get way more from a woman. All of that shit you niggas want, this submission shit and all of this shit that y'all speak about every day, when a woman can walk in her truth around a man with no judgment, no harsh judgment, I should say, no harsh judgment and harsh critiques, you will see what you can get from that woman. Dog, that's a transformative tool that men can't seem to get right. But I don't give a fuck, right? Because that is whatever, right? But at the end of the day, when a woman could be completely vulnerable and let go around a man, and she ain't got to walk on eggshells no more, nigga, that's a tool at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? But again, we want people to be who we want them to be. At the end of the day, we want people to be who we want them to be, dog. It ain't never gonna be like that. A woman ain't never gonna be completely who you want her to be, dog. You want you a virgin and all of this wild shit, then I don't know what to tell you. But I tell you what, you can get a woman that's suitable for you and your needs. Stay out of these ideals. You got your mind made up already. There's no point in even talking to half you niggas. A woman can have so much to offer in your life, but you don't agree with her body count or some shit. All right, fair enough, right? I don't give a fuck about that, personally. Now, it's levels to this shit. Again, we got a reason. It's levels, right? It is levels. We got to be honest. You know, she can't be a staunch down prostitute. But what I'm saying is, look, whatever your particular set of needs are and you getting them met, that should trump everything else. To me, this is my logic. You ain't even got to listen to me. I'm giving y'all niggas my logic. If your particular set of needs getting met, that should trump all that shit. But you worried about what people think and this. Look, I get it, right? That shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. What's real is your needs getting met. All of these thoughts in your mind, that ain't real. You want the truth. So it goes back to reality. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I don't know what half you niggas be talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's typically who a woman would submit to. Truth be told, niggas want to talk about submission and shit, which a lot of that shit ain't real. But I ain't gonna get into that. But typically, that's who a woman gonna submit to. The guy that, you know what I mean, she could be herself around without the harsh judgment. You know what I'm saying? A woman can be with one man and he supplying her with all her carnal needs, house, car, whatever. But in her heart, she could be with a total different nigga. She could be with a total different nigga. In her heart of hearts. She could be sleeping with the one guy, thinking about the other guy. Because we all gonna go back to the truth when it's said and done. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be comfortable and vulnerable. We all want somebody to keep our secrets and shit. That's what we all really searching for anyway. We all want to be vulnerable, men and women. We display it differently, but we all want that, man. We all want to know somebody got our back and shit. 1 billion%. And you know, they got our best interests and whatnot. So, come on, man. What y'all talking about, man? No, man, this shit ain't about nothing. But we so far from the truth. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we in full-blown discrimination mode. You know what I'm saying? And look, man. And look, man. A lot of us got to grow up too. No, I keep saying it, but I mean it. A lot of us got to grow up, man. We're not doing a good job of growing up. You know what I mean? And being mature about shit. We're very immature in our whole thought process, man. You know, we have attached our happiness to outside influences. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This shit is odd to me, man. So what's gonna happen when you don't get what you want? You ain't gonna be happy no more? What the fuck? Nah, nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me tell you something. If you wake up in a good mood, you got some joy in your heart, you know, you got your spirit aligned with something, you know what I mean, some truth. At the end of the day, your experience that day is going to be totally better. You know what I'm saying? You started your day right. You know what I'm saying? You flushed a lot of that, those toxins out your system. You know what I'm saying? But if you wake up in the morning and you on the wrong side of the bed, it doesn't really matter what somebody give you or do to you, man. You're going to find fault in the shit. A lot of this shit ain't real. You got to understand this shit, man. You gotta be able to distinguish from what's real and what's fake. A lot of our emotions aren't real. You know what I'm saying? It's keeping us stuck somewhere. You know? It's really keeping us stuck, man. When somebody is very devastated after a breakup, and like, I get it, man. Nobody want to be disappointed, but look, man, you can't attach yourself to somebody that much. You know what I mean? Nah. People gonna be in and out your life. You know? People gonna be in and out your life. You gotta deal with that. That's some of the colors of life, man, dealing with loss and disappointment and shit. You know, I'm not saying that it's an easy thing, because in no way, shape, or form it's not. But what I'm saying is, that's something that if you live in a full life, you're gonna face that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might just wake up and say, I don't really want to deal with you no more. For whatever their reason is, whatever their rationale is. It ain't time to jump off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Nah, dog. You got your internal peace. You got your internal happiness. You know what I'm saying? And come tomorrow, you move on, man. I mean, it's that simple, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the skills and the tools to deal with shit. Actually, truth be told, we ain't got the skills to deal with a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't, as people. We don't. It's all about everybody else. How everybody else can fit in this box that we created in our mind. And it's a limited box too. It's a limited box, about 7, 8 things that we created that somebody got to meet. We in full-blown discrimination mode. Don't even see it. You got to have an open mind as well. You got to have an open mind. You know what I mean? I'm just being 100. You know, it's kind of like, I don't get on here and tell people who to date and who not to date. That's not my job. Because I don't know your specific set of needs, and I'm big on that. I'm more into the self-improvement. I'm more into making yourself the best version of yourself, and you'll see what you start to attract, right? Like, you're gonna see that. That's where that's my philosophy. The more happy you are, the more healthy, the more progressive you are, you're gonna attract different shit. You're gonna attract better things. People got no choice but to be attracted to you. When you your best self, you're gonna attract something. You will attract things. So that's more my job, right? That's more what I'm into. Making yourself more relatable, making yourself more lovable, making yourself more attractive, making yourself more agreeable. Whatever your issues is, you know what I'm saying, building yourself up. I'm not in the game of trying to manipulate and scheme on and making somebody fit the box you want to put them in. I know how that ends for people. That's never going to end well. Everybody ain't going to be everything you want them to be. They can be close, but relationships are about freedom, dog. You know what I'm saying? They more about freedom than it is about possession. We want to possess people. We want property. You know what I'm saying? I understand being secure. That's very important. That's your job to make your partner feel secure. I understand about being secure, but we want possession. We want possession. You dig? We want to control somebody, Jones. The soul is going to rebel. Let me tell you something, man, about our spirits, man. I don't want to get too deep, but the soul has to rebel. That's what keeps us alive. You know what I'm saying? Why you think some slaves rebel? It's guys that got life sentences in prison, but you can't break their mind. You can't break their spirit. The soul going to rebel when you try to control it. It has to. It's its natural right to experience life. Your spirit, they can't kill your spirit, man. Anytime you truly try to possess and control somebody, you're going to see. You're going to see in due time. It may not happen right then and there, but in due time. You're better off making yourself more valuable, making yourself the best version of yourself where people want to be around you. People want to be nice to you and submit to you and all of that other good shit. You're better off making yourself a great person. That'd be my advice. That's all it ever was. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly got to make a woman sleep with you, she gonna rebel. And it's gonna get uglier over time. She gonna rebel. The spirit has to, man. Your spirit has to live, dog. So, you know, this shit could go deep, but what I'm saying is a lot of motherfuckers got the wrong attitude. Y'all want to possess somebody, man. It ain't that serious. Just get along with them. Experience somebody. But we way past that line of thinking. Experience someone. That's a relationship, man. It's a lot more than that, but what I'm saying, at its core, y'all just experiencing each other. Y'all not trying to control each other. Y'all not trying to possess each other. Y'all don't want to own each other. Experience each other. It doesn't take much to do that, man. It takes an open mind and getting over your own fucking ego. You know what I'm saying? For real. Stop dating people. Experience that person. Everything they got to offer. The good and the bad is there for your development. You know what I'm saying? It's there for your growth. We are mirrors for each other. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to say I love you. You should never let a day go by without telling somebody you love them. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, love is the bridge to God, dog. It's no way in hell, there's no way in heaven you gonna experience God without love. Y'all better stop that. Stop that noise. Love is the bridge to God. Period. Period. If you hear somebody speaking out against love and they talking about God, man, get away from them, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to do your research on Rummy. Go do your research on Rummy and everything he said about love. Love is the energy that make the planets orbit. This shit go deep. Y'all go do your research on Rummy, then get back to me and understand the real energy through life. It's really what bonds us together. It's the spirit of love. You know what I mean? It's what makes us warm. You dig? Real talk. It's the bridge to God. Period, man. Love is way more transformative than hate. But hey, do what you want. That's what a lot of y'all motherfuckers is missing, man. It's really love in your life. Love brings, you know, growth. You know what I mean? Love is a catalyst love is the catalyst to forgiveness. You know what I mean? You ain't got no relationship without forgiveness. It's all the fundamentals, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Love will transform your mind. You gotta allow it in. You know, Rummy said love is all around us, but we gotta search for what's blocking us from love. That's what he says, and that's one of his famous quotes. But he's right. Love is all around. Love is the energy that bonds us together. Our job is to search from what's keeping us away from love. A lot of times it's past trauma and shit, fear, battling from negative thoughts or whatever. Whatever the case is, it's your job to seek what's blocking you from love. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not speaking about love in a sentimental sense. That's not what I'm speaking of. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking about love in that sense. I'm speaking about love and its transformative abilities, man. You know what I mean? How it transforms your heart and your mind. And it is the bridge to God. It ain't no God without love, man. You know what I mean? Truth be told, there ain't no God without love. So think about it. So like I said, you should never let a day go by without telling somebody you love them. You know what I mean? You're doing God's work at that point. You know what I'm saying? Love is a selfless act. It is. Love is it's not about you. When you truly loving somebody in the action of it, ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But most of all, you gotta be that. You gotta be love. You gotta be lovable. You gotta soften your emotions, man. You know what I mean? Truth be told, you gotta soften your emotions, man. To allow love in, to allow it in. You know, like a grandmother, right? You soften her emotions, man. Just very comfortable to be around. Like your favorite blanket and shit, or whatever the case is, man. You know, a lot of us, man, we won't allow it in. We can't allow it in. We scared of that. And that's why we stuck. Man, love will change your whole orientation. At the last summit, I just spoke about love. At the last summit, you know what I mean? I just gave a whole thing about love, man. It's very transformative. What you think Jesus was, man? You know, whether you believe in Jesus or not, Jesus came to love, dog. Jesus was packed with love. Packed with love. Love and just. Packed with love, man. You know what I mean? Jesus came to love you, man. Show you what it is in the flesh. Real shit. Real shit. What you think Jesus was? Jesus was nothing but a big ball of love, man. He loved everybody. Jesus' love wasn't conditional. Jesus' love wasn't based on your past and what you did and stupid shit like that. Nah, Jesus' love was unconditional, man. Jesus believed in forgiveness, man. All of these good things, the fundamentals that get us through life that you need, family, community, all of these good things, man. That's what Jesus came to show you, man. At the end of the day, whether you believe in God or not, or whatever the case is, man, Jesus came to show you how to love. You know? Because clearly we didn't know how. You know what I mean? Clearly we didn't know how. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, though, love is not selfish, man. Love ain't possessive, man. Love is freedom. Can you love somebody in their own freedom? Man, that's a hard thing to do, ain't it? Because there's things about people we don't like. And can you love them anyway? That's the real test for love, man. That's the real test. When somebody tell you no, can you love them anyway? When somebody don't pick up the phone on time, can you love them anyway? It's hard to do. It's hard to do. Appreciate that Cash App, Shana Campbell. That's hard to do, man. You know, so you gotta find where you stuck at, right? I think I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. I gotta bounce, bust a move, but at the end of the day, you the expert on yourself. There's some real self-improvement talk. You are expert on you, right? You the expert, right? Only you can trace that line back with 100% honesty in your life. In truth, you see where you stuck at. It could be some shit from when you're 6 years old, 12 years old, 18 years old. It could be something that happened last week. You got to trace that line back and see where you stuck at. You know? And once you find where you stuck at, I mean, you got to analyze it, man. You got to reverse engineer the thing, man. See what role you played in it. See what role another person played in it. Wasn't intentional. And you got to forgive. And let it go. Not just forgive. You gotta really forgive. Not this new age quasi forgiveness. You gotta really forgive and free yourself. I mean, you stuck somewhere. And when we stuck, man, this shit creates so many blockages, man. You can't let nothing in. You know what I'm saying? We've built so many boundaries and barriers around us. We ain't allowing nobody in. The boundaries was to keep the wrong people out. Nigga, we have locked ourselves in and we keeping everybody out. Let me put y'all on the game. Hold on. Let me put y'all on to something. Because we so self-absorbed as a community, as a country, as a people in general, this regardless of race and class, we so self-absorbed, we forgot how to bond. We forgot how to be inclusive. You know? We all want to exclude ourselves from everything because we a brand and we this and that. We forgot how to be inclusive. And that's one thing I realized in life too. I learned this the hard way. That's what women really want. Truth be told, I was thinking about this shit the other day, but I didn't have time to do content on it. Women really want to be included. That's my freebie for the day. This shit gonna get you over the hump. That's what women really want. They want to be included. It dawned on me the other day. But that's a different story for a different day. But yeah. So like we on some other shit. You know, look, the modern day relationship ain't got nothing to do with spiritual growth. And that's when you truly know love, is when you're growing. When you're in a good relationship, even if it's temporary, it may not always be long term. Let me tell you something, Jones. You're going to be growing. Some of y'all going to be growing at a rapid rate. Some of y'all going to be growing at a snail's pace, but you're growing. If you find yourself stagnant, You know what I mean? Or moving just laterally or even backwards. Some people move backwards. That's a bad relationship, man. It's not built on anything more than just outside, stimuli, which y'all can give each other. That's really not real. We got to go back to the shit being not real. That ain't real. You ain't getting closer to the divine. You got to grow. Your spirit got to grow. It's your birthright for your soul to expand and get closer to God. You know what I mean? Just being 100. And that's a good test to see if you in a good relationship. You know what I mean? Let me give you another relationship test. Let me give you another relationship test. I don't care who you is. See, let me give you another one. For anybody that's in a marriage, relationship, engagement, whatever, start working on yourself. Get into some self-improvement. Start putting time and effort into yourself. Start reading, educating yourself, working out, eating right, and see how your partner reacts. And this goes for men and women. If they support you, if they help you, if they right there with you, that's a keeper. Man, that's a keeper. Nigga, let me tell you something, Jones. If they get tight, if they try to keep you away from your goals, if they ain't supporting you, if they ain't helping you research, let them go. Because it's our soul right to expand, to evolve. I'm not saying let them go overnight. It's within reason. Like, it takes time to get people on board. But let me stop. Because some of y'all going to be like, within an hour, y'all going to be like, I'm done. No, it don't work like that. You gotta give them time. You got to give them a fair time to see what you're doing. But over time, you'll realize, man, that's another relationship. Start working on yourself. That's all you got to do. And once they get scared, they let the fear kick in. They don't want you to evolve over time. Man, you're going to have to let them. You're going to grow past that person, man. Y'all should be growing together. But y'all growing apart. You know what I'm saying? A person should back you 100%. They should back you 100%. If your wife go vegan, you ain't got to go vegan, but you still support it. You know what I'm saying? You still support it. You know? It is what it is. You just gonna have to make your own meat. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. You know what I mean? Y'all get two different kitchens. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's about freedom, man. You did. So many divorces get so messy because people lose themselves. You know, truly, you should be treating people as if they are part of you. Being inclusive, you're bringing somebody into who you are. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, it should be like a natural reaction to treat somebody as if they're you. You know what I mean? They're a part of you. They're a branch off of yourself, man. It should be an easy thing when you truly got love in your heart. You're treating people as if they are you. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to do. You know, we've missed the mark on this. We all jacked this up. You know what I'm saying? We treating people like they the redheaded stepchild or whatever the case, man. You did. We in full-blown discrimination mode too, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You bring somebody in your life, man, you treat them as if they're you, man. You brought them into yourself, man. You dig? What you want for yourself, you want for that person. You dig? That takes practice, man. Practice makes perfect. You'll get it. Practice that shit. See how good your day goes. See how good your week goes. See how good your month go. Try it out. Even when you don't want to, try that shit. Try it. Then come back and let me know what happened. You treat somebody as if they, regardless of any expectation. Stop putting expectation on how you treat somebody. They ain't always going to treat you the way you want them, the way you want to be treated back. But that's when you know it didn't come from a genuine place. That ain't love. That's some other shit. But that ain't love. You know what I'm saying? Love ain't got no expectation on it, man. You letting it flow through your heart, man. You dig? So you want the truth? You want me to get down to the nitty gritty? Stop putting expectation. When you do something for somebody, it's solely because you wanted to do it. They might not even say thank you, or they might not even appreciate it at that time, whatever. But you did it out of love, man. Let it go. You ain't always gonna get the reaction you want. It'd be nice if you did, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It'd be excellent if they praise you, right? That'd be excellent, man. But at the end of the day, that's not always the case, Jones. They're not always gonna meet your expectations. You gotta ask yourself why you did it. You gotta ask yourself, why did you do that? Was it for the, was it, you know what I mean? Did it have good reasoning behind it? Was it righteous? Yes or no? Only you can answer that. But if you're doing something based on a reaction, or you expect somebody to do this, you shouldn't expect a damn thing. That ain't love. That ain't love, period. You focus on you, right? Focus on your job. You dig? You focus on your job. Stop trying to control somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is in relationships with double dutch, waiting for the next person to do something before you do it and all this other shit, man. You gotta let that type of stuff go. You know, man. If you made a decision to rock with somebody, do it without expectation. You gotta be free. Yo, Bruce Lee told you niggas to be like water. You know what I'm saying? Be like water. You gotta be able to adapt, man. You know what I'm saying? You're just there. You know what I mean? You have left the realm of those low vibrational thoughts. You've left that realm already of expectation. You've left that realm of trying to control somebody. You in the realm of experiencing somebody. That's when you're floating, dog. For real. That's when the sex is different, your mind is different. That's when you're floating, dog. You're more close to God. You're closer. You're getting closer to the divine. You're getting closer to that God energy. You know, Rummy also said that's the ultimate love. You know what I'm saying? You want to reach the point where you want to make love with God, not figuratively. It's a mystic saying, but you want to get to that point where you're making love to God. That's how close you want to get. Boy, we got a lot of work to do, right? We got a lot of work to do, Jones. You want that kind of love, but that's the ultimate love, man. You know what I mean? You know, Rummy, you know, he's a Sufi, man. He called it the religion of love. You know what I mean? You gotta do your research, man, and you know, he's right about a lot of that stuff, you know? But it's not a carnal love. It's an internal love. You're getting closer to the divine every day. You know, you got to do your research, man. Love is deep. You know, the more I do my research, the more I fall in love with love. You know what I mean? You know, society has weaponized love against us, man. Society weaponized the fundamentals, and all of that stuff is free. Loving somebody is free. You know what I'm saying? Loving yourself is free. All of this stuff is free. Society has weaponized this stuff, man. And it's very unfortunate, man. Because a lot of us, man, that's what's blocking us from really getting what we want, you know? But hey, y'all got the answers, man. I don't, right? I ain't got the answers for y'all, man. I just see y'all on the other side when y'all ready for this self-improvement, man. That's all I can really say. You dig? A lot of people don't even have a mind of their own. You're filling your mind up with bullshit every day. Every day. Every day. How you going to experience somebody without an open mind and an open heart? You're not experiencing somebody. You're trying to get them to be who you want them to be. Even if it's only in your mind. You're looking at them at angles and shit. Instead of just experiencing that person, man. Those are the best relationships, man. Those are the people that's probably going to last. The people that just want to experience. I mean, you just appreciate the experience. You know what I mean? You know when you love somebody, when you see the beauty in their circumstances. Somebody can tell you some horrific shit, but you still see the beauty in it because it made them who they are, man. You really know when you love somebody, Jones. And you know when you don't. I mean, y'all chew on that shit. You said, you know when you love somebody when you see the beauty in their circumstances, man. Typically, that's how I know I really care about somebody, honestly. They can tell me the most horrendous shit, and I'll see the good in it too. I'll see the good in it. It's typically when I know, man. Honestly, real talk. I'm out this joint, man. Peace.